Good evening, YouTube Hardball Crazy comeback video. Today I got a very exciting Hall of Fame mail day. Got two cards in the mail today. One of them is a little piece of Hall of Fame baseball museum opening ceremony, kind of, sort of. And also added a card to my Hall of Fame rookie PC. One off the need list. Got College Jimsky, 1960 tops, a nice SGC4. I was looking for a nice card at a decent price, and this one popped up, and they gave me a seller offered a little discount, so I picked it up, and I think there's a great example of a Yaz rookie. Happy to add that to my collection. And on to the main showcase. People know about the Baseball Hall of Fame. It opened up in 1939, June 12th to be specific. So I thought not many people know a little bit of some of the details. So I'm going to give you a little more detailed stuff I learned upon learning about this little piece I picked up and the opening weekend. The opening weekend Hall of Fame was in 1939, June 12th, 1939. It coincides the opening with the 100th anniversary of baseball. Well, so it's supposed to, we're believed to be, because 1839 was, as it first originally thought to be, was invented by Abner Doubleday in 1839, and 1939 would be the opening day ceremonies, but that's kind of been debunked since then. Even in 1939, there were skeptics on that. And the baseball first inductions to the Hall of Fame was 1936 with Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, Babe Ruth, and so forth. I'm not going to name all of them, Christy Mathewson. But they didn't include any Hall of Fame inductees. They postponed it to 1939 to have one grand opening of 100th anniversary of baseball, the Cavalcade of Baseball, as they marketed it. This was a national event. It was part of the weekend was the opening of the ceremony and the inductions of the baseball Hall of Famers, and part of the weekend also was the first ever Hall of Fame baseball game, which the first game of the Hall of Fame was included former and current players, and it included representatives of all 16 Major League Baseball teams. Following year, they decided just to do two full teams, like the Red Sox versus the Indians or something like that, and put them forward. And the Hall of Fame game became part of Hall of Fame weekend tradition. But by the time, I can't remember the exact year, 90s or 2000s, it moved away from Hall of Fame weekend, and now it's just some random date, like in June or something or other, that's made up of former players and such. Doesn't quite have the same cachet. But part of the opening weekend, the baseball cavalcade, was the Hall of Fame game. It was a national event, like I said. I think over 15,000 people attended it, and it was broadcasted nationally on the radio with brief speeches by each of the Hall of Fame inductees and Kennesaw Mountain Landis, the commissioner. There was no baseball game scheduled that day, so this was the thing going on in the baseball world on this day, 1939. I think it was June 12th. So it was a big thing, a lot of people there, and part of the 100th anniversary event was that the Postal Service issued for the first time these stamps with coincide with the 100th anniversary of baseball. It's just a random generic picture with kids playing baseball. I think they didn't want to depict a person or celebrity like Abner Doubleday or somebody else to showcase. I think they just wanted a picture of baseball in general with kids playing, be non-controversial, and just kind of showcase the game itself. The set here is from 2005 Leaf Century cards. It has stamp set, autographs, and some has relics. But I wanted to kind of have this piece of this stamp in my collection, instead of just buying a, because I'm not a stamp collector, I'm a card collector, so I decided to find a stamp out of the set that has issued from the Hall of Fame weekend, the stamps are first issued at. I'm no stamp expert or stamp collector, so I know all the details of stamp collecting. So this adds that, and plus this is my first Billy Williams autograph, so this adds to my Hall of Fame autograph collection. So this is kind of a cool thing that it knocks off a couple things on my want list. Just a cool piece of baseball history included into the PC. Whenever I see the stamp, I know this stamp was first issued during the Hall of Fame ceremony in 1939. I think Kennesaw, the Commissioner Landis, was given like a sheet of the stamps, and I don't know how much stamps come to a sheet, 10 or 20 or something like that. And he immediately donated to the Hall of Fame as part of the museum. So this stamp, I think, is easy, pretty cheap and reasonable if you want to be a stamp collector or add a stamp to your collection. It's a nice little piece of baseball Hall of Fame history to add to the collection. So I decided to add this stamp. I know probably not worth much, that's on a piece of paper within a card or whatever it is. But it's something in my collection I can showcase and tell people about how this stamp was part of the 1939 Hall of Fame ceremony, the baseball cavalcade, where baseball was first, Hall of Famers first opened, museum first opened, and the initial inductees, first 4 years inductees, are officially gave their speeches and inducted publicly. And a little piece of baseball Hall of Fame history to my collection that I think is pretty cool, and add a Hall of Fame autograph to that. It's pretty cool. This is numbered out of 39, 10 out of 39. This collection has different stamps in this set, but I wanted this stamp specifically because of the history behind it and everything. And it's a cool piece of my collection, like I said, and thank you for watching. You all have a good night.